Well then, hi. I definitely pushed the start streaming button. I was wondering why nobody was answering me. Yep. Turns out Conk is now first. Turns out that my mouse double clicked on the start streaming button, so it started it and stopped it at the same time, and I didn't see. Ow! Arias, good morning. And good morning to Fantasy and Conk. I've just been sitting here talking to myself for the last 3 minutes. Like a dum-dum. Gonna close up my bottle of water again. Just in case. And I'm going to drink my tea first. And I'm gonna take my medicine. Everybody take your Maracas. Conk Lobster is second first. Fantasy was arrival first. But Conk is first. You're always first except when you're not. Yep. Those don't count. They should have a leaderboard or something for first. Just because numbers go burr. I did a lot of work over the weekend. Oh no, you're back on the merchant ship. Oh, that's a shame. Just know that the ads help me. Are I'm assuming there's ads right now. Defy Death December? What? I have no idea what you mean, Conk. Let's move our ring light back a little bit. Fantasy, do you have ads? I really need to, like, not at the moment. Okay. I was, the way you said it, it sounded like you were in the middle of advertisements, and I didn't want to say more without you. No Necromancy November, Defy Death December. Okay. Got a theme here. What are you gonna do for January? All those J's. There's 3 months of J's. I don't know, that's the people who started it? Okay. I mean, we're just gonna call it Necromancy November because, Necromancer. Anyways, I did some work on the logo. I refined it a little bit. We've got shading on the tassel and most of the string now. Havarti has got little hearts in his eyes, which I'm probably just gonna change to dots because it looks weird. And I see some places that I need to fix up on the text here. Where's the background? White base. Oh, no, this is the... Oh, this is the heart herder. Where's the wave heart? There it is. Necromancer, hello, welcome back. Did you have a good turkey weekend? We missed you. You're watching on mobile? What's wrong with you? Conk, thanks for the hydrate, the posture check, and the streech. Everybody on Shrimp 9 Spines. Necromancer, thank you for the gifted sub to Fantasy.
Necromancer Dark is hosting a guest. Welcome Silver 1754 to the island.
Necromancer, thanks for the gifted sub to Conk Lobster.
Is hosting a guest. Welcome Cormoracidae to the island.
Cormoracidae. What is a Cormoracidae? You haven't explained that to us. Yep, Necrocon continues. Thank you so much for your support as always, Necromancer. Always bringing joy to the islands, safety from the bombardment of propaganda for the commercialist enterprises. Fantasy back in her cozy room in the crypt. Cormorant plus Phalacrocoracidae. Oh, okay. Just felt like changing it up. Alright, we're gonna fix Haverty's eyes. Oh god, that's horrifying. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Why is that? Okay, Havarti's line work is kind of weird here. Fuzzy. It's probably because I increased the size of the, And another posture check. From Neff, everybody on Shrimp Vein Spines, become Conk Lobster. Give your sides a little stretch. A little wave back and forth like seaweed in the ocean currents. And a med check. I took my maracas. Thank you for the med check. Necromancer, did you take your medicine? I'll go to this again. I saw a pixel that I had to get rid of. Like that pixel in particular. This is just dirt on my monitor. Curses. I've made a clean spot. You did? That's good. Just little places that I want to fix. Because I'm not using a vector tool. There we go. He's a Varty, the life of the party. I added some reflections to the boobles. My D&D character has a dwarf for a granddad, is 7 feet tall. Well done. Yeah, I think the hibiscus needs some work. I changed the dot on the eye to a hibiscus because it just needed some color. I'm not sure if I should give it a background like the rest of the lettering. Let's see, new folder. Hibiscus. And we'll drop the base in there. Yeah, we're gonna freehand this. It needs to be darker. Oh, apparently I'm having motor control problems this morning. Here we go. My stomach is making growling noises. That's weird. What's that? It's one petal done. My character is 7 feet tall. He's a tall bard. A basset hound. Basset hounds have a particular call. They always sound like they're being strangled for some reason. Or they've smoked like 10 packs a day since they were like 6. And they're now like 22 or 40. They just sound like someone's been smoking a pack a day their whole lives. And I love them for it. They're adorable. Even though I'm not really much of a dog person. This is why I own a cat. What? There was some processing happening there. Sometimes certain lines are just really hard to draw. I also think I need to make this liner thicker. A little bit thick. Cora, thank you for the hydrate. I'm already out of tea. Then again, I get up an hour before stream now, and I'm having tea with my family downstairs, so this is like still the downstairs tea. I got the second hardcover of Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation over the weekend. It's very nice books. And this time it came in good condition and not absolutely annihilated. Because the previous one I had to return and get a new one in. Books 3 and 4 aren't going to be available until like April. But that's good because it gives me time to save for it because books are expensive, man. Happy Galetide month. What is Galetide? Enlighten us, Cora. Give us knowledge. Share thine wisdom. Oh, Yule. Okay. Do I know what I'm gonna do with this logo? No. Am I making it? Yes. I guess I could put it as the header of my socials. Tomorrow should have a Yuletide type celebration. I'm sure they have something to signify, like the change of the trade winds or something. Well, it wouldn't be trade winds because they wouldn't call it that. But I would assume their winter is quite stormy. It brings different kinds of fish, different seabirds. After all, it was during one such storm event that Nameless was kidnapped by his princess. I told my brother the story of my character, and he's like, holy shit, that's dark. Yeah, I think he was shocked that I could come up with something so dark. I mean, he did say something to that effect, like, I didn't think you could create something so damn dark or so. I don't know. He said something to that effect, and it was. He was just so shocked, and I'm like, I'm a writer. Like, technically, Witching Hour is a horror. No, or the Witch Hunter Society, because it changed the name, because everybody wants to call their stories Witching Hour, and I'm just like, I am sick of being pedestrian. And the only reason I named it that is because my ex-boyfriend gave it that name. And while I still adore the guy, he's a sweet dude, you know. It's, sometimes you gotta let things go. He was the last person I dated. Everyone except Nameless loves Yule. No, I think Nameless would probably enjoy something like Yule. He's not grumpy, he's just been through a lot. And he's on his healing journey to, you know, trusting others. He's in recovery. He actually really loves giving gifts to people now that he has people to give gifts to. Now, he's not necessarily good at giving gifts, but he's trying. He just wants people to be happy, because he knows what it's like to be miserable. All he wants to do is be a good being and help. Because that's kind of how he was raised, you know? Be a good being. Be helpful. Contribute to society. But also, you're not allowed to marry anybody. We get to decide. But that's just the way society works. It's always just like, what do I do now? But also, there are no other tomorrow, and he's afraid of women. And he's gay. Nameless is a confusing entity. Oh my god, I can't get this line right. Ah! Let's be real, those fears are well founded. Yep. The Wistish would definitely have a Yuletide celebration. Well, I'm not sure, like, how far things like a Yuletide celebration would go with the Demora, because, like, they don't exactly have winter. Like, maybe in the interiors of the islands they get a little bit, especially in the more mountainous regions, but a little bit of snow. They do have some snow on the island. They know what snow is, but it's not like they get buried in it. It's kind of weird that, like, I've got this tropical themed species that lives on islands and they're all oceanic and whatnot, and I'm just like, I have thalassophobia and I hate the hot. I hate it when it's hot. I hate it so much. And humidity is the worst. And here I am just like, ocean, islands, tropical. Sounds fun. Not really, but also. Character. And I really love storms. And you get a lot of storms in the tropics. And everybody loves the idea of an island paradise, right? Watch, I'm gonna do all this work and I'm gonna hate it. Now here's a question. What does an actual hibiscus look like? Some get later towards the middle, some get later towards the tips. Well, some are multicolored. We'll go with this one. Where's my OBS? There it is. Got lost in the shuffle. Let's close that. Let's close that. Go back to here. Close that. My friend just called my crying from laughter. His cat sneezed so loud that it scared him. Oh, my friend just called me crying from laughter. His cat sneezed so loud it scared him. Oh, yeah. Your friend is strange. Where's that hibiscus I was just looking at? Well, that's weird. The one I was just looking at is now gone. That doesn't make any sense. Well, we'll just figure it out on our own. Rouse Riders! Good morning!
Ross Riders has been here 8 months.
Thank you so much for your subscription. It's the Prime subscription. Optimus Prime. Thank you so much for coming by again, as always, and for your patronage. It is appreciated. It allows me to buy food for Tesla, who is becoming a tiny chunk. He's actually heavy for once in his life. I'm doing good. How you doing? I hope you're having a good day. So far. I hope you had a good weekend. How was your weekend? How was everybody's weekend? Tell me stories. Why is this so difficult? Still tired and waiting for the other brother reincarnations. Mine was a bit stressful due to realizing I forgot how Zero Christmas Crystal already. I stopped giving Christmas gifts like 20 years ago. Just don't give gifts. Don't participate in consumerism. My stomach made a funny noise again. I have to remember not to make the lines too delicate, because then otherwise you can't see them when it's all zoomed out. Okay, that looks a lot better. I think I need to brighten it. Oh. Yee. Also, weekend was me trying to get spoons back that may not have been an option anymore. Learned about folks in regards to the mental spoons and knives. The knives. Evil, broken, grin holding knives. Well, I have a 6-year-old cousin and he deserves gifts. Fair enough. If it's a child, then yes, give gifts. And who says kids don't deserve gifts, those people would probably be missing some teeth if I had no restraint. I have problems. Yeah. Yeah, man. Relax. Okay, this bubble needs to move. Would you look at that? I love being able to clip stuff and move it around. The best part is, and the best part, he is happy with homemade gifts and stuff from secondhand shops. I mean, that's great. That's great. Participating in consumerism sucks. I need to turn the ring light away from me a bit. I'm trying with that whole fork saying. Forks can be summarized as stressors, so the more forks, the worse everything else gets. Been trying to do deep breaths. Whatnot. Probably put up the plaster tree he painted and gave me last year. Oh, that's cute. Using one small fire extinguisher against a roaring flame, and there's no other way to put up fire, like dirt or anything. Alright, I think it's just adding some, like, pearls to the string. Pearls and gold bits. And, I suppose that'll be done. Oh, God, I'm so tired today. I really didn't sleep well last night. My tea is cold. It's still delicious, though. I feel like I need to put more of a highlight on the collar. Like a brighter yellow gold color. I don't know if I should make Havarti bigger or not. I think I need to make the hibiscus slightly smaller. Sort of like disproportionate to the eye. I've never made something like this before, so it's this is new. Like, I've done logos before, but it's more like actual logos, so the more simplified, the better. Man, I could just go to sleep right now. I'm so tired. So why? I had so much energy earlier. And this morning was already scuffed because I didn't, well, I hit start streaming, but it never actually started because it double clicked, so I didn't get started until like 14 minutes after 9 or something officially. And I was sitting there talking to myself for 3 minutes. It's one of those days. Yeah, I think it's cute. Just about done. I definitely need to put some beads on the around the puzzle, and maybe just a little one at the bottom of the tassel, like where it leaves the collar there. And then we could probably move on to something else. Oh. It's a lazy Monday. All that aside, at the very least, not sure if I mentioned I got a toy car last week. Not exactly sure when, but got it. 1989 Toyota Supra. Huh. You'll have to share the pictures in photos or something. Ross and his special interest in cars. I just might. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got a special interest. My tea is now gone. I have nothing left to drink but a bottle of water. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't want to drink that. I'm just like, no, I don't want it. And now I'm just sitting here staring at this. This is gonna be a vibes stream, I think. I had a toy car when I was a kid. It was a Hot Wheels. At least I think it was a Hot Wheels, and it was some sort of little sports car, and it was one of those good quality ones made out of metal, and it changed colors in water. So it was one of the color changing ones, and it went from, I think it was like a silver white glitter to a glitter pink or something, or it was the other way around. I really liked it. It's probably still here somewhere. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's probably in the basement. I have a box of like my old toys and stuff in the basement somewhere. First two had fictional cars, the third was the first to include real life machines. Oh, okay. Interesting. I guess they probably got some sponsorships from certain companies to put their cars in there. Still have my old metal police car and I still love it. I think my brother's got one of those old metal police cars somewhere, or at least we did. Pretty sure we did. We had like this little robot thing. It was sort of like this brassy copper color. It was definitely a German product. I think they even got it in Germany. Well, I mean, nobody wants competition in the game, right? Thanks for the hydrate, Neff. I will uh drink air. Delicious air. And a street. I'm not really feeling streechy right now. Honda, Acura, Subaru. I saw a Subaru kind of Jeep like thing the other day. It's the first time seeing a Subaru in a long time, and it was like a new Subaru. Oh, kind of neat. The thing I like about old Subarus is they basically just last forever. Those cars are indestructible. They're like the old Jettas from the 1980s. They just last. Even in Canadian winters with all of our salted roads and stuff, Subarus just last. You barely need to take care of them, and they still last. If you take good care of them, they just definitely last. They're immortal. My nose is a little bit ruddy. Alright, should I go make something warm to drink? Because it's kind of chilly today. It snowed a lot yesterday, and now it's sunny today. Let's see what the weather's saying. -9 feels like -17. Holy shit. Guys, I think winter came. I think it arrived. I think winter's here. I just noticed something. Remember, when my model wasn't working, so I had to have the just the PNG. I meant to name the thing in the scene emergency, but I ended up writing emergency. I'm like, what the hell? It was like an extra C and no G. I was having a moment. Just sheer panic. Speaking of, I got to go soonish for Gaming Club and tomorrow for a play. You bought another ticket? Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the plays. That's wonderful. I love it how our community is so diverse. We got Ross with his cars, Fantasy with her plays. Necromancer with his computer stuff and all the tech. Yeah. And everybody gets along. That's the best part. I think the day that we get somebody that I have to ban, I will be very sad. Like an actual, person who is part of the community. I would be very sad about it. Necromancer, are you telling me to go get something warm to drink? You guys are adorable. I love you. Alright. I'll go make myself something to drink. Hold on. Let's prepare it up here because I've got stuff up here that I've got to use. So I'm gonna make a hot chocolate. Oh wait, I can't make hot chocolate. There's no milk. Fuck. Suppose I could make it with cream, but God, that would be intense. I could make it with water. And then put cream in it, and then that would be less intense. So I've got to use this up. And then I can use this container for something else. If I add coffee to it, it'll be a cafe mocha. Yeah, I have this hot chocolate mix, quote unquote, that's literally just shaved chocolate. And they're like, for an 8-ounce cup, use like 5 tablespoons of this shit. And I'm like, what? We got a cool design on the package. Maybe I'll replicate that for reference. Alright, there's one of the 2 packages. And then I can use this container for storing shit that I probably don't need to keep. I'm slowly starting to get rid of more stuff. I gave my brother one of my hoodies, which was actually one of his old hoodies. I was like, hey, Cheese, you want this hoodie? And he's like, oh, this is a really nice hoodie. And I'm like, yeah, you were trying to throw it out like 12 years ago. And I stopped you. I took it, and I was using it as a winter coat for a while, because, like, I'm always too hot during winter. And so, he took his own hoodie back. He's like, wow, this is really nice. And, yeah, you were trying to throw it out. You're gonna get rid of it. He was like, I do that sometimes. I'm like, yes, that's why I save you from yourself. I'll just sit here and eat the chocolate. Why am I like this? Okay. I am going to go downstairs and put on the kettle and make this hot cafe mocha. I will be back. Why are any of us the way we are? Because potatoes. Strange lumpy tubers that live in the dirt. But we're all delicious in our own special way. Look at how many varieties of potatoes there are. Just don't put us in the sunlight, or we become toxic. Because potatoes. I like my answer better. Because life. But yes, life and potatoes. I watched an Evan and Caitlin video that I posted in the dining hall, I believe, where they made like these long potato gnocchi noodles, and they're like, these are so gross, and they ended up throwing them out. And I'm like, yeah, well, you didn't salt the potatoes before you made them into the gnocchi, and I think that probably would have changed a lot. Putting a little bit of salt and pepper in there probably would have changed the recipe significantly and made it more palatable. But gnocchi itself is already kind of like flavorless to begin with. But not only was this recipe that they used behind a paywall, but like it wasn't even remotely accurate to how they were to what they had to do to make this recipe even work. So I'm like, you paid and you got baited. Like, that's just sad. They shared the recipe on their YouTube video. And they followed the instructions, and the noodles are apparently just awful. And I'm like, Now I want to try making it. To be like, yes, this recipe can work and actually taste good. But they were like, the radius of a dime thick. Like, they're just like wide round noodles of potato. That was weird. So yeah, it was a strange recipe, but now I want to try making it and see if I can make it better. Alright, I'm gonna go make my cafe mocha. I'll be right back. We'll go to the BRB screen so people don't just see me gone. I hate going to the BRB screen. It's just like this. It's kind of I hear snowblowers. The lawnmowers of winter. I'll be right back. Ah, I forgot to turn off my mic. I double clicked again. I'm gonna have to. There's a problem with my mouse. Should I wear my big Santa hat to gaming club? It's the 1st of December. It's totally acceptable. I'm sorry I left the mic running. I hate having an open mic when I'm not there to monitor it. Yes, Fantasy, wear the Santa hat. Bring cheer. Okay, should I add shading to the scallops? Probably to be consistent. I grabbed a piece of brie while I was downstairs. There's a little chunk of brie. Let's see, accessories, scallops. Grab this and this layer. And then we'll create a new layer on top. Set it to multiply. And this is going to be pretty simple shading, actually. Wait. Oh, that'll be why. Helps if I press the right buttons. Whoa, that's way too dark. It's still way too dark. I'm sure you can hear that snowblower. There's just like brrr in the background. It's like, ah, yes, the winter lawnmower. Should yeah. Come back in with a big eraser. Brrr. Maybe, yes. Do you need some food, Necromancer? Nope, I get all my sustenance via osmosis from all my undead henchmen. Why are you not a streamer? You guys are funny. I'm just sitting here, most unfunny person here. I'm not funny anymore. Okay. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna paste it here. And then I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna put it here. And then I'm gonna delete all of these extra layers. Because I don't need extra layers in this. But you're the mayor of Silly Town? Fair enough. God, what was his name? I need to go back and find that. Figure out what his name was. Would it be weird if I made a green Santa hat? No, green is actually the original color of Santa. Did you know that? Santa Claus actually traditionally wore green. It was Coca-Cola who changed it to red. It was all branding. Traditional Santa Claus, or Santa Claus, wore green. It was all Coca-Cola. Also, brie cheese and hot chocolate go really well together. I say we bring back Green Santa. Yep, it's all branding from major companies manipulating traditions in their favor to sell more products during the biggest commercial season of the year. And this is why chicken is so popular in Japan, because KFC manipulated everything. And KFC chicken in particular, became like the Christmas item. Kind of like how everybody eats turkey at Thanksgiving, except it's probably because we had a surplus of turkeys. And there's always lots of wild turkeys in North America. And that's just the thing. Alright. This hibiscus. The hibiscus used to be just a tad smaller. And the bubbles. The bubbles really should be transparent, but it's hard to convey that, especially on like a gray background or something. Alright. Pearls. Do we want them to be that big? Ooh, I wonder if we could do like the original bead that I used to have in my hair. So we get the little like crown shape thing. If I could draw shit. Wow, this just gets worse and worse. Hmm. Put up my green Santa hat and cute decorations between. Oh, put up my green Santas and cute decorations between them. Nice. Yeah, I set up the Christmas tree yesterday, and I need to finish decorating it today. I meant to put it up at the beginning of the month, but I only got the box out. My mom has these violets that sit out on the chest where I normally put the Christmas tree, and there's these two violets in this big square glass container. So I've got to repot those so that I can get rid of that big glass container. So that the violets take up less space. So that I can put the Christmas tree where it's supposed to go. I'm slowly getting rid of things. We did a big Value Village trip over the weekend. So we got rid of a whole bunch of stuff, which means I need to go into the basement and get rid of even more things. Slowly but surely. It's getting there. Yeah, I don't think there's much more I can add to this. Not sure about the little gold thing around the pearl, but also I like it. Because it's like a throwback to my hair beads, which will be disappearing in the next model. Because we all know the style is changing quite drastically. Also, I think I've decided what I want to do for my room. Like, in real life. I found this painting technique that uses two slightly different shades of the same color, and you get this brush that's a dual brush, or you could just use two paint brushes taped or screwed very thoroughly to a stick to make a dual brush, and then you paint with that in little like X motions, little cross hatches, and you paint the whole wall like that by hand. And that gives you this sort of like stonewashed look. Almost like a brushed polyester or something. It looks really nice. It's a nice texture, and I think it'll be better than just plain walls. And I'm gonna do it in sort of like a midnight blue teal color, and something slightly lighter, more of a lighter regular teal. My room is actually 3 shades of blue right now. There's some sort of really, really dark midnight blue in the closet. And then where the closet transitions, it's the pool house blue that I showed you a long time ago on stream. And then the bay window, sorry, the hiccups. The bay window where it's brightest is called Morning Glory by Martha Stewart. It's another Martha Stewart color. The one in the closet, I think, is just like a bare whatever. I picked a blue, a really dark blue. My mom's like, it's gonna make your room look really small, and I'm like, I want it to be cozy. But she convinced me to go with the lighter pool house blue. So that's a thing that I want to do, and I'm going to have to carefully prep these walls because there's all sorts of spots where the paint's chipping off, and it's going to be a really big project, and I would have to, like, completely empty my room if I were to do this, because I need to, like, properly wash and sand the walls, and I don't want that all over, like, my bed and my desk and my computer and clothes and whatnot. So it's gonna be one of those things where I would probably have to take like a week off stream to fully do the room. Like I would have to move my computer to the living room and stream from there, kind of thing, if I were to stream it all. But I would have to take some time off to do it. Like just sitting here, I just run my thumbnail along the wall where there's already a little bit of a nick in the paint, and by nick I mean it's like the size of my thumb. And the paint just comes right off. So these walls need to be just stripped bare and sanded, washed. There's dust all over them. And I want to put a border around the popcorn ceiling, which means I need to have a scraper and a vacuum and a dust mask, which I do have. It's just gonna be a pain in the ass. Maybe I'll put up some crown molding or something. Might not look too bad. I'll have to learn how to miter corner molding. Or angled molding. That'll be interesting. My apartment had crown molding around like the main areas, and I really like it. Let's see if I have a picture of what I want to do. I should have something. First of all, this is the color I'm considering. You know, something in these. These tones. I've always liked them. And then I can do like gold accents in the room. I think that would look really nice. Oh yeah, my mouse is double clicking. Oh dear. This is the problem that I'm having. I'm gonna have to open the mouse up and clean it after stream. It probably just needs some maintenance again. Was the most Canadian sounding oh dear too. Oh dear. Gotta watch out there. Getting a little too Canadian up in this place. The closest I have to the texture that I want to do. Where was that picture? It was here just a second ago. Hello? Where did I have it? Closest thing to the texture is this, other than just straight up taking a screenshot of the video on Pinterest. But it gives this sort of like suede look. And if you do the two colors like vastly different from one another, you can get like a more extreme look. They don't really have an example of that in the video. So yeah, that's more or less what I want to do, and you got to paint the whole thing by hand. But they got this. I'm not gonna buy their brush. Hello. But that's what the brush looks like. Like I said, you can just get two paintbrushes and screw them to a stick and it would have the same effect. But yeah, that's the kind of effect that I want to go for. And so I'm thinking like a nice dark teal. Sort of something like that. I could even theoretically like paint the little vines and stuff too, but it would be something like that. So I'd have to get two different shades of paint and paint the whole thing by hand with a brush, two brushes. I think that would be really nice. And that's the like teal blue green that I really like. I've liked it my whole life. I have this one Prismacolor pencil crayon. It's called Midnight Blue, I think. And it's about that hue, but a lot darker. It's just a really like blue black teal. And then maybe because the room will be so dark, I'll switch my furniture to really like light natural wood instead. With like a Danish oil look rather than just black, brown. Who knows? It's very nameless though. Ugh. I'm so tired. I'm too tired to think. But yeah, I think my goals for today. You know, I'm gonna turn off my ring light because it's so bright in here today. It's cold AF. I've got a blanket on me and I'm like cuddling my hot chocolate. I gotta find like some nice linen sheets after I make my bed. And by make my bed, I mean build. Build my bed. I did find some teal linen sheets, but you can only get them in King and Queen, and they're like $360 US, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. So, I could just get some white linen sheets and dye them myself. I think that would be better. Get some cheap white linen sheets and just dye them myself. They're not even those special sheets that have like silver in them that are supposed to be like slightly disinfecting. They're just linen. But I've always had like cotton or polyester sheets, and I'd like to try linen sheets for once. Like I need to replace my comforter. It's fallen apart. Like it's about time to have grown-up sheets. And not, I bought this comforter at Target when it was going out of business. Or sorry, Zellers when it was going out of business for $20 when it's normally like a $60 comforter. It is a microfiber polyester, but it's really nice, and it's sort of like the sand color on one side and just black on the other, and it's a brushed poly, and it's brushed microfiber poly. It's so nice. And it served me well, but it's starting to get holes in it and wearing thin in places. So, yep. That's what I'm experiencing. Everything I have is falling apart. Everything I own is falling apart. I just need to get rid of so much stuff. So here I am, using up my hot chocolate. And I've got a couple of things. I went through my drawers yesterday, picked out a couple of thingamadoodles to give away. So I need to make a new giveaway bag. But the basement and the garage are the really big problems. How's everybody doing? It's a bit quiet. What do you think of the paint plan? I wish I had some like. I recently found this creator called Frenchy Fries, and he likes to give subscribers money to redo their room, and like I watched some of his videos. Like, he seems like a genuinely good person. And, like, he doesn't encourage waste, unlike Mr. Beast. The biggest problem I always had with Mr. Beast before all of the stuff started coming out about Mr. Beast, too, was just, like, there was so much waste and destruction of perfectly good objects that, that really, really bothered me. Mentally preparing for the icy road, just be careful and take your time. Give yourself enough time to get there so you don't rush, so you don't slip. My eyes are like losing focus. I know it's not a good time to draw right now because I'm just literally falling asleep. I'm fighting sleep so hard. I might have to end stream early by an hour because I'm just so tired. But I don't wanna. I like hanging out with you guys. And I had to end so abruptly on Friday, I didn't even get to raid out. Like, I was preparing to find someone to raid, and then my brother was panicking about my mom having, like, visions, like aura, inner vision. And, I think it was a combination of, like, being really hungry. You know how you get, like, sort of the low blood sugar side effects when you're really, really hungry, but you don't actually have low blood sugar? It's just like, you're dizzy and... Oh, there was a stretch. Oh, there. I redeemed that first stretch. Well, technically the second one. But, you know how, like, you get really hungry, so you get, like, lightheaded. It was a combination of that, and my dad had taken her blood pressure, and it was really high, so she was, like, panicking. And then my brother, of course, panicked, because he's a hypochondriac. Perf! Thanks for coming by, Perf. We were talking about my bedroom plans. But yeah, my mom seems to be fine. It turns out that she can't fast anymore. It's not good for her. The other times that she's had her stroke, she was also fasting during those times. You're very sleepy. I am very sleepy too. I am sitting here fighting so hard to stay awake. It doesn't help that I haven't had my ADHD meds in like 4 or 5 days now. Yeah, it's like 5 days almost. Was it last Wednesday I had my last one? Or was it Tuesday? I can't remember anymore. And, yeah, just nap on stream. Oh, I didn't mean to lower that. I was showing stream the method of painting that I want to do, which basically ends up... Sorry, my mouse is double clicking. Ends up with this sort of effect. but I want to do it in like these colors, so like a really dark teal. Yeah, it is pretty. Then I had this open for something yesterday. That's always open. And this is what we've been working on. Hold on. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab these. I'm going to go here and drop these here. Oh. Ooh la la. That's what promised my mother I'd do the dishes in the morning. I should probably do that. Thank you for your look. Enjoy your dish this time. This looks good on a background. Yeah, yeah. Okay, now I definitely need to do the golden pearl thing. And I think put a little bit more, like another bead on top of the pocket puzzle. You will not enjoy the dishes? Well, try to enjoy the dishes. Find a way to make it fun. We're rooting for you. Getting a thing done is helpful. But yeah, this looks good on like a textured, colored background thing. I like this. Yeah, it needs another bead above the pocket puzzle. I wanted to do one of the like knotwork things initially, but the pocket puzzle just ended up having the thing. You're off to gaming club? Enjoy your gaming club. Be careful in the ice. It's good to get out and see real people. I really want to add the knotwork somewhere, but at the same time, it's like, I think there's enough. I don't think I should add any more to this. Real people? Gross. Yeah, fantasy's actually a social creature. Unlike us nerds who hide at home and never go anywhere, do anything. Perf perf, do you like my logo? You don't understand being social even though you're a streamer too? There's something about online socializing that is easier than in-person socializing. I think it's because I can retreat when I need to. So there's sort of like that safety barrier for me. It allows me to be social without being obligated to be social. Especially since, like, I don't drive, so then I have to rely on one of my friends to drive me somewhere. We'll have to make Monsty a VTuber too. Merci. I don't know why, but like this I had no trouble designing. Can't design my own character, but this is not a problem. You occasionally have a camera. Usually for Cat or Bun Bun. Yes. If Tesla had a place where he slept consistently, I might consider a cat cam. But he doesn't. He doesn't sleep anywhere but my bed and the beanbag chair next to my desk, but he's not always consistently there. This is one of those days where I'm like looking at the clock. I'm like, have I gone for long enough? But also because like my stream timer is a bit different than usual, because my mouse double clicked the start and stop streaming button, so I wasn't streaming as I was talking to myself for like 3 minutes at the beginning of stream. So I started 14 minutes late. Something like 14 minutes. Yeah, closer to 13 minutes. Yeah, I was like, why is nobody talking or saying hi? What is happening? And then Fantasy was like, oh, stream hasn't started yet for me. And I'm like, oh, it should be started for you. And I'm like looking at I'm thinking of going to my Twitch channel, and I look at my streaming button and it says start streaming, and I'm like, it shouldn't be green or say that. It should be red and say stop streaming. And then I'm like, oh, my fucking mouse double clicked. It was the same thing when I got up to walk away to go make my my cafe mocha. And the mic was on like the entire time I was gone. And I feel bad. Because having open mic in the house is kind of weird. So I just have to be conscientious in the future about it not working. I also found out what the problem with my GIF was. I don't have the right version of Clip Studio Paint, so I gotta keep an eye on it to see if it goes on sale, so that I can actually save GIF images with transparent backgrounds. Because Clip Studio 2, I thought I had 3. Clip Studio 2 can't save transparent GIFs, but I thought I had 3 because I can do liquify on multiple layers, and I thought that was a feature of 3, but it turns out that that was a feature of 2. So, and Clip Studio 4 now exists, so I'm just waiting for it to go on sale so that I can buy it at a price that I can afford. I love Clip Studio, and I would love to be able to just buy it regularly so they could have more time for R&D, but I am poor. So, just keeping an eye out, because they have sales quite frequently. Usually in the spring is their main birthday sale, so it's a good time. Until then, Puma has offered to save any transparent GIFs that I need, so I'll just have to send her the CSP file set up for the animations, and then she'll save them for me. So the shrimp emote should be coming soon. Actually, I wonder if I can upload that now. I will have to replace it because there's a fix that I need to make. However, let's see. Save image. And then we go here. Grab this one. Had to be an unpaid taxi driver again. I'm sorry. Do this. What? Sorry, not you, Ross. It's telling me I have to be subscribed to my own channel to use my own emotes. And I'm like, that's... Why is that a thing? I thought that I get to use my own emotes. Yep, it's they're like, subscribe to use your own emotes. That's weird. Okay, well, there's a shrimp emote for subscribers, theoretically. Had to be an unpaid taxi driver. Also, like, all the summer's comments with me. You should really let the car run for like 15 to 30 seconds to let everything circulate. Brother, no, I heard that was a bad thing. You just start it up and go. 2 minutes later, me. Insert brother's name here. Don't keep that outlet plugged in. It'll drain the battery. Brother, it won't drain the battery. Your brother is an idiot. Your brother has no idea how cars work. And he certainly doesn't know how batteries work either. Me having to take the car to the shop to get a new battery and was stuck for a fucking hour and see him try and jumpstart his car. Trying not to be annoyed. That's where you go. I told you so. Anyways, I didn't know that you were gone for so long. Like, I thought you were just being quiet. But, these are the colors I was selecting for my wall. And this is what the wall is going to sort of look like. This texture. This is the weird little paintbrush thing. But yeah, this is sort of the look that I'm going for like my room in real life. What, the paintbrush? The paintbrush is weird. It's so that you can paint a dual tone using a crosshatch method to get that texture. So you don't have to paint the wall one color and then go over it with a single brush afterwards. You just paint both at once. Somehow I Told You So doesn't really say it. Yep. Still, say it anyways. I told you leaving that thing plugged in would kill your battery. Should listen to me because I know about cars. Your family seems to dismiss you a lot. I'm in a couple of hours of meetings now. Have a good day. You have a good day, Necromancer. Thank you for coming by, and thank you for your patronage as always. I really appreciate it. We're going to probably continue working on your painting. It's so close to being done. I just needed a break from it again. And I had a hyper focus on this and my costume design. So we'll finish up your painting soon. And then you can present it to your lovely wife for like Christmas, hopefully. Very likely. I like with car startups, you have to give it more time on the first startup. Yep. You try and get up and start running, just like sprinting like Usain Bolt first thing in the morning, man. You're not going to want to move either. Yep. I completely understand. You kind of have to try and think of some machines to some degree something organic. Like something organic, yeah. Alright, I'm really, really tired. I think it's the ADHD meds, or lack thereof, rather. I'm struggling. I think we're gonna raid Moko Maid, and I'm gonna head off and try and do a couple of other things before taking like a nap, or maybe I'll take a nap first and then do other things. Alright. We're gonna go raid Moko Maid this Monday morning. Hopefully they'll have more energy than me. I really need to go get my meds. Because I'm just dying here. I tried. Sometimes I go longer, sometimes I go shorter. But today's it's a 2-hour stream. 2 and a bit. Well, 2 for everybody. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just not here. But I hope you all had a great weekend, and I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully I will be rested and recharged. Thank you so much for coming and for your patronage, Ross, Necromancer. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time. I love you, bye-bye!